everyone. Thanks for joining me tonight for a craft night with friends. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners, and I'm here every weeknight, Monday through Friday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. So thanks again, everyone, for joining. All right, you guys, we finished the outer space embroidery last night. Got done a day early, so we sort of have a free day today. And I wanted to do some tatting again. And my mom had made these adorable little sunflower tatted pieces, and I thought we could start one of those tonight. So I'm all actually prepped for it because I know this is going to take longer than an hour. So I thought, I don't know, maybe we can super speed get it done and see how fast we can do it. So anyway, so this is the plan. This is a pattern from, here we are, it's from like Pitsy Poo Poo on Instagram and Etsy. So if you do a search for Pitsy Poo Poo on Etsy, then you'll get this pattern. I think it's only like $1 or something. So definitely check it out. I think it's just so cool. It's got this like woven middle to it. So I'm borrowing Mom's pattern, and I'll probably have to buy it because I don't think I'll finish it when I'm here. So I have some embroidery floss. Hey, Absolute Goblin. I have some embroidery floss with me. I'm using what I had visiting here. So I thought I'd do the yellow and the blue together. I didn't have any brown, so I thought I'd do blue for the inside. So I thought we'd just kind of give this a go. I'm going to start out by just tying the two ends in a knot. With enough thread to weave in. So I think probably down here. I'm hoping I have enough floss for all this, like wound. I mean, I don't know if I will, but we can always add more. Oh, cool. Absolute Goblin says, I think I have their daisy chain bookmark pattern. So I haven't been on my computer for the week here. I'm visiting my parents. But, so I haven't even looked them up or anything yet, but I definitely want to. I think this is just so adorable, and I'm sure they have other really, really cute stuff. So, all right, I'm going to get started really quick here. It looks like it's just a bunch of rings on the outside, and there's actually some chains. So it's a ring and then a couple chains, a ring and a couple chains, and the chains are when we switch color. So that's why I have two shuttles going. My main shuttle has the yellow, and then my number 2 shuttle for the chains have the blue on. Oh, Absolute Goblin said it was a really cute bookmark. It was my first split ring project. Oh, that's awesome. My mom just did a split ring bookmark for the first time too, and I've only done like literally a literal one split chain or split ring on that kind of shuttle looking piece. So I want to delve into that a little bit more. And I'm going to hold my, I tried to practice this weekend. I did a little bit more tatting this weekend, and I tried to practice holding my thread in like the traditional tatting way. And I was getting a more practice, so I was getting a little bit better where I hold it between my forefinger and the thumb. But I think in this case, just because I want to see, like I want to go as fast as I can to get as far as I can, I'm going to go in the way that feels more comfortable for me. And that's with my thumb and third finger and holding it up here. So, all right, let's give it a go. Our first ring is 3 double stitches. Ooh, I haven't stitched with, I haven't tatted with embroidery floss in a while, so this will be kind of interesting. It's just fatter and bigger than what I've been stitching with. All right, let's do a picot. So I'm probably not going to do too much how-to today, but I still kind of, if you guys are interested. I just want to see how far I can get in like one evening here. Because this, it doesn't look very big and like there's a lot going on, but something like this can still take hours. So that's the deal. All right, 1, 2, picot, and then 4, 1. So picot. All right, I gotta make this a little bit bigger here. 1, Okay, I gotta do 4 of these. Picot 2, picot. I feel like I'm in full concentration mode. Picot 3 and picot. I'm just trying to make them a little bit bigger here. Good enough. Picot 4. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 1. Okay. Picot 2 and then picot 3. All right. So I'm going to get used to that series throughout this process, because I got to make a whole pile of these the same. So now I got to do the 2. So here's 1 and 2, and then another picot and 3. Like I said, I'm trying to go fast tonight. Picot, because I do think this is going to take some time. 2 and 3. There we go. So here's our first row of stitches. So basically a ring, we're just making a row, and then since we did it on a loop, we can just pull that loop tight. And there we are. That's our first little ring. My picots are clearly not all the same size, so I'll have to work on that a little bit as we go here. Maybe I can pull some up, just make them a little bit more the same size. Oh, Lava Lands must remember to get myself one of those things. They are so fun. So this took me a little while to learn, but once you get a few like simple concepts down, then it works super duper great. All right, so now a chain. So now I'm gonna flip my work, and I'm gonna take the second shuttle, and all these strings are gonna get annoying and in my way, but we're in deal. Okay, so I'm gonna take the second shuttle here. And now this is the chain, so I'm just, instead of making a loop, I'm just gonna kind of wrap it around my hand, and we're gonna work with just like on a long piece versus like a round piece. All right, and then I need to roll this up a little bit because it's too much slack. All right, so 1 picot 1 picot 1. All right, chain. So 1. There, now we get the blue. 1 picot. That looks good. 1 picot 1. Oops. 1 picot 1. Ugh. Picot 1. 1 picot 1 picot 1. Oh, that's it. So it's 3 stitches with 2 picots in there. That's great. Have you done needle tatting? T-Bird, I have not done needle tatting yet. So I think okay, so T-Bird Magging is asking, have you done needle tatting, wondering how different it is from shuttle? So I haven't done it, but I think it is basically your end piece looks exactly the same, but the mechanics of it is, I think, a bit different. But the end result is physically the same. All right, now I gotta rotate back up. So I'm reversing my work again, and now we're gonna make another ring. So this is the process. I think I just have to do this, make a ring, and then reverse and make these couple chains. I think I just have to do this like a zillion times. How many times exactly? Let's count the pattern. I'm sure it says them here. Close ring, tighten, repeat chains, 2, repeat ring, 2, and chain 9 times. So that's like 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 12 on there. Okay, close ring. All right, ring 2, do this and close ring. Repeat ring, blah, blah, 9 times. So that's 9, 10, 11. Oh, and then the 12th ring is its own thing. Okay, so 12 rings total. All right, so let's tighten that chain stitch, which just means I'm just squishing them on my core thread there. And now I'm gonna make my next little loop. So, hey Grace, so I think my mom said that when she did this, so I'm using a skein of that penguin and fish embroidery floss, which is, I think like 4 meters. And she said that she was able to do this sunflower up here, the bigger sunflower, using just one skein. So we'll see how close we get. And honestly, I don't think we'll get that far tonight. This is, like I said, this is one of those things that looks like, oh, that's so simple and easy, and then takes, 4 hours. We'll see. Maybe it just would take me 4 hours. All right, so 3, and now I'm gonna connect to this first picot. I'm gonna join, I should say. And you know what? I have a tiny crochet hook nearby. I was trying to do little snowflakes earlier from my snowflake tatting book, and this was coming in handy, so I might actually just for speed's sake, use the embroidery hook for my joins, just to bring that loop through the picot. Then I stick my shuttle through. All right, now what? And then 2, 1, 2. It's funny, I haven't tatted with floss this big in a while. It feels funny. Okay, now you got to do the picot with the 4 ones. Okay, so picot 1, picot, ooh, getting away from me, picot 2, picot 3. You guys, it is so windy and rainy today. At least it's not snow, but I think it might be snow by the morning, which is kind of a bummer. So we want to do that maple syrup stuff tomorrow, but I think it's supposed to rain, and you can't burn off liquid if it's raining on it, so that's a problem. But I think it's only supposed to do it till noon, so we'll see. Okay, picot 1. All right, wait. We have the 2, and then picot 1, 2, 3, 4. Picot. I'll get the hang of this in a sec, but let's see. Picot 1, picot 2, picot 3, picot 4. Okay, so we should end up with like 4 picots, and then another one, and then we do the 2, and then 3. Okay, I think I got it. So picot. That's 1, and now 2 double stitches. Uh-oh. Oh, I think I got it still. Nice. 2, and then a final picot. This is the one that we'll join to later. And then 1, 2, 3. All right, there's our second ring. Let's pull those tight. Oh, thanks, Grace. I think this blue is gonna look really pretty for this. All right, there's our second ring together, so that's looking good. I feel happy about that. Maybe I just pull these picots out a little bit because my picots are a little kind of tiny on some of them, but hey, they're okay. All right, now the chain. So now we got to flip our work again, and we have to switch to our other shuttle. I'm just like winding it on the other shuttle. I'm still actually using the same shuttle to do the double stitches with. But instead of doing a ring, I'm just winding up to make my thread shorter. Instead of doing a ring with this thread, I'm using this thread to do a chain. But the act of using this thread as the chain, when I flip the loop, it makes it this color. So it's kind of fun. All right, and what was this again? This was 1, picot 1, picot 1. All right, 1, other second half of the one. All right, 1 picot, 1 picot, 1. Okay. There we go. So we should have 3 double stitches with 2 picots. I think we got that. And there we go. So that's our second blip. Now we can reverse it again. So I suspect that these little loops that we're getting in the blue, I'm thinking those are just holes made so we can do this weave later. So I think that's kind of fun. All right, so let's do another ring. We got 2 of our 12. Like I said, I'm not sure we'll get them all done tonight, but I think we get pretty far. Then maybe next week. Next week's kind of our free week. We'll for sure do some sewing on the Splendid Sampler 2 project, but in general, it's kind of our free week, so maybe we finish this guy up. That'd be kind of fun too. 1, 2, 3. 2. Oh, I keep dropping my shuttle here. 3. All right, now we need to do this join. Oh, I was going to use I was able to get it without the crochet hook. I have that crochet hook on hand if it gets difficult, but I was able to pick it out. It's a little tricky with this embroidery floss because embroidery floss is meant to split apart really easily, and that doesn't help for making joins. All right, 2 of these. And then here's our picot with 4 in the middle. I should just think of it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picots before I do 2. That's what I'm going to do. So 5 picots. 1, 2. That's easier to think about than doing the double stitches. 3. I need way more thread here. 4. And 5, and then we get to 2 and 3 again. Okay, I think I have the pattern down that I don't have to like really pay attention too much anymore, which is great. Because like I said, we're going for speed tonight. 2. Let's just see if that's right. Yeah, 5 on the top. Great. And 1, 2, then a picot, and this is going to be our join for the next row. And 3. All right, definitely have the system down here. Great. I've never tatted this fast before. So I mean, when you watch tatters on here who are like really, really good, they can go all out and super duper fast, but I'm still learning. But I am trying to go as fast as I can because like I said, I want to see how far we can get on this design. 3, so we're a quarter of the way there, I suppose. Let's flip. And now for the blue again. So this is 2 picots. This is a chain now, which means I don't make the full loop. I'm just making like one long piece. Oops, and lost it. Okay, this is like with picots in the middle. So let's wind up. It's so long right here because I was doing a ring and I needed all of that length, but I don't for the chain, so about right there. Okay, 1. Picot. And another picot. There, that was kind of a big one, but oh well. And I think that's it. 3 with 2 picots in the middle. Yep. All right, let's flip. These colors are so nice together. All right, I got the pattern now, people. Let's get going. So thanks again for joining me this Friday. It's nice to hang out again. Let me just, there you go. Oh, River City says, I love sunflowers. Yay. Yeah, I think my mom showed me this. She texted me an image of it, and I'm like, oh, that's so pretty. So I don't know if this pattern designer is doing any sort of donation or anything for Ukraine for this pattern, but I'll have to go check when we're done here, because it is really pretty. I'm sure a lot of people are wanting to stitch stuff like this now. Ooh, see, that time I didn't quite grab it quite right. Let's switch to the crochet hook. Let's just get in there. There we are. Okay. All right, I can still move my, oop, that's too much. Wind it back. Okay, 1, 2. All right, and then 5 picots in the middle, basically, is how I'm thinking about it. 1. 2. It's gonna be a lot of me counting to 5 tonight, I think. Oops. Ooh, my screen just got weird on TikTok, so hopefully my screen just doesn't turn off. It kind of seems like it might do that, so I'll have to pop back in if that's the case. It just went like a little dark. Hopefully we're good. Oh, Quiche P, it is called shuttle tatting. I do have some videos on my page for it, but they're not very organized. I don't have that category ability yet, or playlist ability. But if you do shuttle tatting basics, like Google that, you'll come up with like the 2 things you need to kind of learn is how to do a double stitch, which when you learn how to do that, you'll learn how the actual motion of the shuttle, excuse me, the shuttle works, and then you'll also learn the second like key concept is called flipping the knot, or flipping the loop, sorry. So once you can do those 2 things, you basically know all of tatting. Not quite, but like basically. 1, 2. So the basic motion, I'll go through this. The basic thing you want to do is called a double stitch. All of tatting is basically a double stitch and leaving spaces in between double stitches. That's what's called a picot. So for a double stitch, first of all, I have my thread wrapped around in a loop here, and I have my shuttle over here. I'm gonna flip my hand underneath, and here's from the side. I'm actually gonna move the shuttle. I'm looking at this thread right here. So I'm gonna move the shuttle underneath and past my finger. So it's dragging past my finger until the shuttle's free. So I'm going under that thread. Now I'm gonna go over the thread, which means the shuttle's gonna pass through, past my thumb there. And that makes this loop kind of like a knot, but I want the knot, it's tight. It's a loop that's tight on this thread. I actually want to make this thread, my shuttle thread, tight and make my loop go in the other direction. So I'm gonna loosen my finger here and pull on my shuttle. And there, now my shuttle thread is tight, and this thread between my fingers is loose and forming the loop. That's called flipping the knot. So that's the first half of a double stitch. The second half is I go over with my shuttle and then under with my shuttle. So it's basically, and then flipping my loop again and pulling it up against here. So I did that pretty quickly, but that's the general deal. And you're basically making a row of double stitches. And these loops are called picots, and that's just me leaving a space in between double stitches. So see, you can even see it like this. I just left a space, and then I slid my knots down the line, and it makes a little bloop. And now when I'm done with this loop, I can just pull, and all the thread will come together here, and it'll end up forming a little ring. So that's called a ring. And there we go, I got 4 done so far, so let's flip it the other direction. And I'm gonna make a chain, which is still just double stitches, but instead of doing it on a loop, I'm gonna just do it on just the piece, like the long piece by itself, and I'm just kind of wrapping it around my fingers to hold it in place. I'm gonna wind up the shuttle, because I don't need as much floss on it. Wind it up. There we go. All right, so for here I need a single double stitch. So it's 2 halves. So the under over part, and then the over, or the under over, and then over under, and then you're flipping the loop. I need a little bit more thread here. So that's the general deal. And obviously, like I said, I'm kind of going fast tonight, just because I know this pattern's going to take me a little bit of time, and I'm only going to really, I'm not going to be here tomorrow, so we're going to work on it tonight. And then maybe Monday or Tuesday next week, we'll try and finish it up. Oh, just one more thing. Just one more thing says, so cool trying to tell myself I don't have time for another hobby. But that's hilarious. I mean, you're making me laugh because your username is just one more thing. I definitely 100% relate to that. Holy cow. I just learned how to do this a couple months ago. And I'm definitely still a beginner, but it's been so fun learning, because it's like some magic trick, right? It's just so interesting and fun. I really do like it. So, all right, hey, this is coming together. This is like our first, we're doing 12 total. This is our first 4. It's definitely a quarter of a circle, so I feel like this is gonna end up looking how it's supposed to. So that's promising. That's a good start, I'd say. Oh, Coda. So this is shuttle tatting. So this is a tatting shuttle right here, and I'm using 2 because I have 2 different colors, and you can see it there. And so shuttle tatting. Like I said, I'm just kind of learning. Right now I'm using embroidery floss. That's not like what you typically use for tatting. But it's working for this, and it's what I had on hand. And my mom already did one with the embroidery floss, this one right here, so I'm like, yeah, well, it works. Hers looks perfectly fine with the shuttle floss, so I think we're good. But yeah, this pattern again, this is not my pattern. It is by Pitsy Poo Poo. There you can see it on Etsy. And I think my mom said it was something like 75 cents or something. So, I mean, that's worth it for sure. I wouldn't expect to like learn how to tat from a pattern like this. But like I said, I do have a couple videos on my TikTok on how to do it, and I'm hoping to do more, but like I said, it's not very organized. I do have a video on my pin, like a pin post that has a little bit of it, but I should just do a post that links to the other posts, because I think I can do that now. I can link to other videos, but I just can't. I don't have the playlist option on TikTok yet, which blows. Your husband is yelling, no new stuff. Well, luckily this is like one of the most inexpensive hobbies I think anyone could possibly get. And what's nice is that it's like a pocket hobby. So this is literally all you need. You can throw it in your pocket and travel around with it. I think someone on YouTube mentioned once that her grandma just had a tatting project in her apron. So whenever she was cooking, she would just, if she was waiting for something, she can take out the tatting and a couple shuttles and just continue where she left off. Oh, Nerd Gold Book says, I've never seen this before. It is called shuttle tatting. So there's tatting, but there's a couple ways to accomplish tatting. So there's needle tatting. I've not tried that before, but I know a lot of people have and actually really, really like it. You accomplish the exact same look. It's just mechanically done a bit different. This is shuttle tatting. And it's basically tiny macrame is how I like thinking about it. It looks a little bit like crochet, like a crochet doily, but physically, like the physical knots and shapes you're making are different, 100% different than crochet, even though it looks very similar. It is more like macrame, like for real. You're making like half hitch knots basically the whole time. And the shuttle is just a tool to help you make those knots. There we go. Oh yes, so Katie Kelly, shuttle tatting. It is so relaxing, and it really is. Once you get the first couple concepts, it's surprisingly easy. Like, I tried this like 10 years ago, and I tried to like learn just by written instructions, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't understand it at all, and I just stopped it. I never picked it up again, but I had like this beginner's kit, which did not feel like a beginner's kit. And then we got talking about it in one of our lives a few months back, and I'm like, you know what? I think I still have that kit. And so I watched watched some YouTube videos. Yep, exactly, Cheryl. It's a two-step knot. Watch some YouTube videos and finally understood it. There's a few concepts that once you understand, dropped my shuttle. It makes sense. And that's basically how to do a double stitch. Like, first of all, the motion of the shuttle, like going up over your thread and under your thread, that concept itself was way new to me. And then just how to do a double stitch, that parts of doing a double stitch, like the flipping the knot, but really it is just a couple concepts, and it's then all you're learning is a double stitch. There's no other stitches really, which is kind of fun. All right, we're up to 5. Ooh, hold on, you guys. Oh, weird. Okay, I'm gonna stop for a sec here. My phone is totally overheated. Ever get that before? Your guy needs to cool down. Wonder if maybe I just plugged that one in instead. Stupid guy. Hold on. Oh. Well, I guess we're not on TikTok anymore. Or if we are, I can't tell. So I'm just gonna keep going here. That's kind of a huge bummer, but oh well. Let's keep going. Let's wind this up a hair. Weird. This my phone has not done that before on this new phone. It used to do that, but that was with the other phone. Ah, well. All right, let's get this chain. But yeah, we're doing a double stitch, so it's a 2-part stitch. It's the over under and then under over. So here's the Oh, did I say? I think I said it in the wrong direction. Under, over, and then we're flipping our knot. Oh, whoops, I have to do a picot there. So picot is just like leaving a space. There we are. And then over, under is the second half of the knot. And then I can just squeeze up that space a little bit there. And that's our picot. I need a second one. There we are. Oh, yep, I know. Mom's telling me on YouTube that TikTok's gone. Yeah, my phone overheated and turned itself off apparently, so that's never really happened before. So let's try and turn it on again. Maybe it's cool enough. Weird. Okay. Hey, are we back here, you guys? All right. All right. So I don't know. Let me know on TikTok if you can see me anymore. It looks like it's still running. Oh, we're back. Okay. Punky Lynn says, "Oh my God, you guys." So I don't know if that's gonna happen again. My phone. Okay, good. My phone just said, "I'm overheated," immediately turning off or whatever. And I'm like, what? So that has not happened with this phone before. I plugged it in now, so maybe that was the problem, but I apologize. Hopefully that does not happen again, because what a pain. But yeah, so my phone just totally freaked itself out. Okay, good. I'm happy you guys can see me. And it just started up right away. It didn't make me restart or anything, so weird. Sorry about that. But yeah, if you ask any questions, let me know again, because I didn't see them. Oh, what are you going to do with the flowers? So these ones are not mine. These are the ones that my mom made. So I don't know what she's going to do with hers. I don't know what I'll do with mine. You know, I have a jean jacket. It's like a shirt, but it's kind of like a jean jacket. I might sew it onto there. I've been kind of sewing random applique pieces and embroidery pieces onto it. So I might just do that, but I don't know. I have a problem of having no agenda when I make things. I just want to make them. So I end up with lots of random things. But I might make that. I have put tatting. Maybe I'll do this. So I have, like, here's my tatting bag. This is a tatted letter T, and I just sewed it onto a zipper pouch, and I can always use more zipper pouches. So maybe I'll sew it onto that, or not onto that particular one, but sew it onto a zipper pouch in general. That's always a nice thing to do, I think. I mean, I always need zipper pouches for everything. So, I like put different crafts in. They're just perfect for everything. So a lot of my things end up turning into zipper pouches, and I could see this flower being something for that. I don't know. I should ask my mom what she's doing with hers. Oh, neat idea. I could sew. Oh, your dog clothes you make. Exactly. Oh, you know what? Someone mentioned last night, we were talking about maybe working on this today. Someone mentioned that if you have like a sewing machine, some people put like little pieces of felt underneath their like spool of thread that they put on top. And a lot of times, you put something down there. So they're thinking that this would be like a cute thing to put on top of your sewing machine. And I'm like, oh, it would really stand out. Oh my gosh, I'm getting like all twisted here. What the heck? Okay, looking for my 5 picots here. Zoop. All right, and now my screen is brighter. So I think my phone just wanted to be plugged in. It was working too hard. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Oops, too small. There we go. 5. All right, make my ring a bit bigger. Oh, Jorge is saying, I know they're completely different, but would you say tatting is faster than crochet? Let me think about that for a sec. So I do know how to crochet, and I've crocheted small doilies similar to this, but I haven't in a while. Let me think about that. And I haven't anything this small. You know what? I would kind of say that crochet is a bit faster. And crochet is going to be larger than this from the get-go, too, I think. So I think when you're thinking tatting versus crochet, I think... Oh, Cheryl says tatting is slower. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, Punky Lynn is saying no, crochet is faster. Yeah, I agree. And I mean, but I'm a beginner still, so I mean, I'm going probably pretty slow compared to like what a pro tatter would be going, but still, yeah. I mean, when I think of tatting versus crochet, tatting to me is like you're stuck in this like delicate realm. Whereas crochet can be delicate and like, dainty, like a doily sort of thing. But it's more flexible. It doesn't have to be. And yeah, I think you can get more out of crochet faster than you can out of tatting. But I do love how like compact this is. I suppose crochet would be too. It's just a totally different feel. I mean, it looks similar, but it is a different craft. It does feel different motions. Oh, let me wind this up again. So it's not... It feels different. But both are awesome. I love crocheting doilies. It's just so funny. Like, I have no reason. Like, I don't even know if I like the look of doilies, but I just really like making them. And my grandma always used to make them, so I think I like it because of that too. But I'm usually making like these huge doilies that take forever, not just little things like this. I haven't made much bigger than this with tatting yet, because tatting you can make big doilies too. But yeah, it's just a different vibe as you're working on it, but they're equally as brain numbing, I suppose. If you just need to zen out and just like chill and count for a little, they're both good for that. I think tatting is very much, I don't know, almost simpler in a way, like once you know what you're doing, because like I said, there's really only the double stitch. That's kind of it. And the spaces that you leave in between the double stitches are the are picots, and that's really it. I mean, there are some different, advanced techniques and stuff, but honestly, even with those techniques, it is still just the double stitch. Whereas crochet, there's, you got all sorts of stitches that are relatively the same still, but, a single crochet, double crochet, a half double crochet, a treble, and, there's more flexibility and a lot more, I think, to learn with crochet. So from that standpoint, theoretically tatting is fine for a little longer. Well, we'll just go for another 15 minutes or so, but I might have to flip back and forth with the charger. This is so weird. I haven't ever had to do that here with the phone. So both phones are just angry today. I have to do two phones to be on two different things. I know, Grace, isn't that clicky sound the best? I freaking love that noise. It's especially fun when you wind the shuttle to start out with. And I actually don't need to use this. I'm using a crochet hook to get in. I'm doing a join. I'm hooking my thread to one of the picots that came before. And that's what the little hook on the end of this is, but I'm using embroidery floss, which kind of comes apart, so I'm using a crochet hook just to make it easier. There we go. Get my shuttle through there. Oh, okay, thanks for the answer. You make me want to try tatting. I mean, I love any craft where it looks like a magic trick. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to learn how to do that right now. So I think tatting 100% fits that bill, and that's kind of why I wanted to learn how to do it. So anyway, I am having fun kind of learning. I had to look up a few techniques today because I'm working on some snowflakes. So I had to YouTube some techniques. So I feel like I learned a little bit more. Actually, that was yesterday. So there's, always stuff to get better and all that, but it is pretty, I think, easier to learn than crochet just by a hair. Oh, okay. What kind of thread do you use for this? So really let's see, I do have some. So my mom just bought a bunch of thread. Let's grab her bin. So what's been recommended by other tatters on here is this Lisbeth thread. So, and it's by Handy Hands. So I think you can look onto handyhands.com, I think, or handyhandsco.com, something like that. Maybe they have an actual website on here. Maybe not, but just Google Handy Hands and Lisbeth and look at some of the colors that it comes in. It's just really fun and bright. And there's different sizes. So the smaller or the larger the number, the smaller the thread, the thinner the thread. So there's all different sizes. So size 10 would be the biggest, and that's a pretty common size to work with. It's also been recommended from others that if you are just starting to use a variegated floss, that's where the floss changes color like this. And that's helpful because when you flip the knot, it is very clear if you've flipped it. So, because you can just see the color shift basically. If that makes sense. Oh, Cheryl says they have a large color range too. So yeah, I mean, and the colors that my mom got are so bright and gorgeous and fun. So I would recommend that. I've not actually used that myself yet. So I'm definitely looking forward to. I did get some too. I just haven't used it yet. But I'm using embroidery floss right now. I would probably not totally 100% recommend it, but if this is what you have. If you have a whole pile of embroidery floss at home and you want to just give this a try, it totally works. That's what I kind of learned on, was just putzing with embroidery floss because I have a ton of it. It's fatter than all this other thread, like the nicer thread that you'll get. And it's a little wonky because, embroidery floss is made to be easily split, to easily pull the threads apart, and you don't really want that with tatting. It makes it a little annoying, but it works still. So I like it. But yeah, that Lisbeth. And then what other people say a lot too is that, is it Aunt Martha's? Aunt Martha's, that's that white that comes on a big spool. That's readily available at a Joann's or something. They have a whole aisle of it. It's crochet thread, but I've heard that this Lisbeth is better than crochet thread. One. Uh-oh. Come back here, guy. One. Two. One more, but I need more thread. Click, click. Oh, or he says I spend hours on YouTube watching craft videos. Same. It becomes just like ASMR after a while. But so you're just making a whole pile of double stitches along a line like that. And if it's not on a loop, like on a ring like this around my hand, then it's called a chain. But when it is around, if you're doing it on a circle, where you can pull that circle tight, your row of stitches, then it's called a ring. So here's my ring. How many do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, we're more than halfway. 7. We got 7. So like I said, we'll only work on this for another 10 minutes or so. I'm just going to shush this other stuff out of the way. It's big enough now that the beginning part is kind of getting in my way, so I think I just need to bend it out of the way. I think that's probably the appropriate way to take care of that. And now I'm going to just wrap this around my hands. We'll do a chain. loosen some thread off of that one. Okay. Oh, and I gotta wind this one up again. There's a lot of excess because we just did a ring with that one. And those need more thread. Okay. One picot, and a picot again is when I just leave a space in between the double stitches. And one more. So I will be back home on Monday. So I think we'll maybe try and finish this up, because why not? We're more than halfway done. It'd be fun to actually finish. Oh, thanks, Jorge, for coming in. Hopefully I got your name right. Sorry if I didn't. But yeah, so I think maybe we'll finish this up on Monday. And I'll be back Monday, same time, 8:30 p.m. Central. This would be fun to just finish while we're at it. So maybe we'll do one more ring here and then call it a night and see where we're at. But I'm happy with this. We got way farther. I'm gonna have to buy this pattern for myself so I can bring it home, bring the rest of it, or finish the rest of it. But yeah, I'll definitely look up the designer a little bit more. Borrowing Mom's version of the pattern right now. Some of these shuttles come with an actual little crochet hook on the front instead of a hook like this. I actually kind of like the hook, but I mean, clearly I'm using the crochet hook more tonight, so I don't know. I have one with a crochet hook on the end, but I just don't like using it as much. It's not as comfortable for some reason for me. Maybe I just need to practice with it. I think it's just kind of cheap, so it has like a little excess like scratchy plastic on it, and I think that kind of just catches on my thread. I think that's why I don't like it. I'll have to try it again and see if that was why. But it is handy having the little crochet hook on the end. The pick is not always good. Oh yeah, the pick. That's what this is called. Yeah, that crochet hook is definitely nice. And I know that a lot of people that prefer the pick, the little hook here, they carry around a little crochet hook. And some they actually make tiny, like short crochet hooks for tatting to like carry around with your tatting supplies. So, but I think the beauty of tatting is that you need so little supplies, so it's annoying to me to have that extra little crochet hook width. So maybe I should just get used to using the ones with the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. All right. Now I got my 2. I got one more in the 2, and then another picot, and then 3. Oh, Cheryl says I have a tiny tatting hook. Yeah, maybe I should just keep one of those around. All right, another picot. There we go. And 1, 2, 3. All right, there's my next row for the ring. Let's pull it on tight. I think we actually might have time to do maybe one more. So we'll flip and we'll do the chain. Get these guys out of my way again. And maybe we'll get one more in. Why not if we have a little more time? I should be timing myself how to do, how fast it takes to do each one of these. Each ring. 1,
Need more slack. Basically, all these shuttles are storage for the floss to some extent. For the thread. All right. Flip. It's looking pretty good. Let's do one more ring. I kind of like ending on the rings because it kind of holds my chain stitches in place. My chains. I keep calling them chain stitches. They're just chains. But, you know, I'm so used to crochet and all that I end up calling them a chain stitches every once in a while. Just chains. One, two, three. Get some more thread. Let's do the join. Yeah, it's just fast and nice with that crochet hook, but... So, yeah, I should get used to the ones that have that crochet hook on the end already. Rings and bars. Oh, is another way to call them. Oh, that's interesting. Versus rings and chains. Oh, I like that. Bars make so much sense instead of chains. Why is it called chains anyway? That doesn't make any sense. Bars makes so much more sense. Oh, okay, I like that. Rings and bars. Although in all the instructions, they call them rings. At least modern instructions, though. Or I mean, not rings, chains. But bars is a way better term for it. I like that. One. Two. Get more floss. Three. Four. Yep, and one more. Five. I love crafts where you just have to count a little bit. They're so relaxing. Like if you're just chilling, just sitting in a chair and just want to just zone out for the day, just crafts where you can count. And that's why I like knitting and crochet and stuff too, is because it's just like knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, or just like knit to the end and whatever. You know, I just where you can just hear the noises of the, you know, the clacking and all that, and then just being able to count, it's relaxing. Did you get the 5? Yeah, okay. All right, I think we'll do our other 2 stitches here to make our 3 double stitches. We'll pull this ring tight, and I think we'll call it an evening. Let's see how many rings we got. Oh, hey, we are almost all the way around. Not too shabby. Okay, I was not expecting to actually get this far tonight. Oh, and this blue looks so good. It's going to be so fun to do that little woven bit in the middle. Like, look how neat that looks. Just it all, ooh, you can't see with my hands there, but just woven. So I think we catch the different picots and we just like weave it in the middle. That's so pretty. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dang, we got real far on that. So we just have 3 more to go. That's awesome. So 3 more, and then we'll be weaving in those ends. And look how pretty this is going to be with that blue and yellow. Ugh, the blue is so pretty with that. Okay, I'm in love with this. I kind of want to make more. I know I've only done the 1, but maybe we'll have to do some more next week too. This is fun. So all right, you guys, Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, we'll finish up this pattern. And again, this is here's the artist for this. The design is by Pitsy Poo Poo on Etsy. Oops, sorry you guys can't see. So there we go. That's the artist if you wanted to grab that pattern. But I am really, really happy where this ended up tonight. So there we are. The back looks just about the same. Mechanically, it is a little bit different. Like loops are in tiny little different spots, but all in all, it looks pretty much the same on the front and back. Ugh, it's so cute. It actually looks like a kind of a fun headband when it's just like this. Put a little smiley face on it. Ooh, here we go. I got an idea. Here's our little alien from last night. He could get a little, or maybe our sunshine can get a little crown. There, look at that. It would be fun. A little crown for a character. Oh, silly. All right, you guys. So thank you guys again for joining me and this whole week where we stitched the outer space design. I love how that turned out. And yeah, thanks for a fun free day where we gotta do some tatting again. We'll finish this up on Monday. I think this will be a fun little extra project that we do. So all right, you guys, thanks for sticking around. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. See you on Monday. Good night.